Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So Cryptic Studios just had a Q&A stream with the executive producer where they answered questions from the community. So let's go through a quick summary of all the, let's say, interesting parts. Now I'll put on some gameplay of the new trial in the background and we'll start with that. There's no current announced date for Module 25. So we don't know when it's going live just yet. Then yes, Juma is leaving Valenhas. That's not changing. Make sure you spend your chaotic writings now. The devs do understand that the population will decrease in the area, and so they'll make it easier to be able to upgrade your forger's box with regards to making those insurgencies easier. Upcoming events like the 10th anniversary, the Jubilee event, will be getting quite a few updates to it, new rewards and so on, and they will be focusing on like hospitalities. Those protector hospitalities will drop a lot more appealing rewards this time around, and there'll be like new giveaways with new content and so on. They do understand that older events like Gond, Coins of Joaquin, Tymora do kind of need some updating. Gond I think is in a fine place, but your Coins of Joaquin, Tymora, those older events are in a terrible spot. But April Fouls will be getting a bunch of updates and some new stuff, so that'll be nice to see. The community manager is excited for our feedback on that. Descent into Avernus will be getting easier to complete by being able to use genie gifts on them, and over the course of module releases they'll make other campaigns like into legacy ones like the Path of the Fallen, Sharandar and so on, and then they'll become easier to complete with ×2 event and skipping with genie gifts as well. There will be no new class coming with Module 25 with the movie. It's unfortunate, but it has been said before. The Paladin updates, they're kind of on the side. It's unfortunate. The dev team, they say, is working on other things, and well, yeah, they want to make it so that the Paladin can heal a bit better in, let's say, dungeons. I totally think they need that. But otherwise, like with the new trial, the Paladin healer is going to be pretty well sought after and is not going to have much trouble there. On the tank side, I feel there's not much trouble there either. I haven't had any problems in this new trial. It's not exactly that taxing with regards to tanking. So overall, I think the Paladin's in a decent spot. It could do with a good few improvements with regards to just being able to heal better. But yeah, they say they want to add some quality of life improvements to it, but not with the next module, and maybe between the modules at a bit of downtime. With regards to the Stronghold, there will be a few small updates coming. They did say they want to make it a bit easier to like level up a guild that's not yet Guildhall 20. So potentially we might see reduction in costs. We might see less like quests needed to be done to get like shards and so on. We'll see what happens. There was nothing overly confirmed with that, but just be aware. With regards to the new trial and preview and limiting the access, well, the main reason for them doing that is basically so that it remains a challenge when it goes live. I don't like it. I'd like to be able to practice all the time on preview so I don't have to spend all my consumables on live, but I can understand that like players on console aren't happy with that, and I guess the devs do want us spending consumables because they make revenue off that, I guess. With regards to PvP, that's kind of dead. There's not going to be any updates to that, at least in the short term, and yeah, they are looking at potentially making some of those exclusive PvP rewards to be a bit more easily obtained. They are aware of the spider key not being able to obtain from like the North Dark Reaches. There's a fix coming. With regards to animation cancelling, it's intended to be a thing in the game, but not be overpowered. Yes, there's some bugs you get here and there that can make it overpowered, and make sure to report them, and the devs can look at the balance of that. Mythic Insignia is becoming account-wide. Yes, they have considered it, but it's a lot more work than you'd think. At least that's what they say. So it's on their list of something potentially to do, but I guess for them it's not a priority. Somebody asked about VIP updates, and maybe some small updates, but nothing major. They say that 50% of their player base has VIP, and like they did with moving the signpost to rank 1, they might do that with other benefits as well, just to incentivize more people to get VIP. Also adding like VIP in more giveaways, like 7 days and so on, just so people can experience VIP as, let's say, free to play, and incentivize them to buy it, I guess. They're aware of like class balance. Let's say you have your Rogue Whisper Knife not exactly performing very well in single target, and they're aware, and I guess it was Gus who's talking about the balance between some classes having just only DPS paragons where others have heal and tank. And yeah, well, that's just how the split was when they decided at the beginning, and there's not much the executive producer can do on that now. And his preference is to, instead of adding like new paragons, work on the existing ones and make sure they're all performing adequately. Like they did with the Thaumaturge, it's now a very viable option, if not the best option for like newer players. Arcanist can perform pretty well, it's just a higher skill ceiling. The Reaper store and the Trade Bar store, they have looked at updating them, but no current plans. Potentially adding like a way to get insignia dust for Trade Bar straight up, but otherwise the appointment store will be getting some updates, some new items with module 25. So make sure to save like those achievement tokens, potentially those challenge tokens for module 25, and see what they add new there. Unbind tokens, there isn't any plans to make more things unbindable as that kind of jailbreak items. They say like once an item is unbound, it's forever unbound, and then it's always in the economy, so it doesn't leave. That's not really a financial gain to them, but yeah, I would like a lot more things to be unbindable, but it is what it is. The Feral Raptor was part of a 2019 promotion, and they do intend to bring it back, especially because people have been asking for it a lot more because of this new trial, and people have been using it. So we might see that coming back sooner than later. Drop rates for master crafting and ×2 drops, well, they don't intend to change the drop price just for now. They don't intend to make the upgrade chances any easier. They are aware of imbalance between it. And with regards to like double drops not being in effect with master crafting, yeah, that's just a thing they never coded originally. So it's really hard for them to go back and change that. One thing they do want to focus on is sorting queue groups. So if you make a trial group and you're the host and you need to sort the groups out so that you have two parties with the right combination of roles, it can be pretty frustrating having to like kick people, invite people, and so on. And they do want to implement something where they can change that. It's just not as easy as you'd say it should be. They're aware of Garistro getting stuck in the wall, and they do hope to get that fixed sooner than late. Ultimately as well, the Paranoid Delusion is not intended to be overpowered, and there will be some like adjustments with module 25. So the executive producer encourages you not to go and buy one at an obscene cost right now, just thinking it might be pretty powerful. No, they say it's probably going to get heavily nerfed and at least be more in line with existing benefits. Otherwise, there's no plans to update like the older item level of artifacts, even though they're adding like a third tier of 1500 now, and they have no plans to change the boons just yet, much as they want to. Maybe add a few quality of life improvements to them, because we are running out of like useful options at this point with so many boon points. The Nox box is not planned to return. Otherwise, as part of community giveaways, you will be able to obtain or have a chance to win a Beholder Vanity Pet. That is about everything important that I could note of the stream. Hopefully this was somewhat insightful, you guys, just if you missed it and wanted to catch up. Special thank you again to all of my channel members, and we'll see you guys around. Bye-bye for now.